Ukraine offensive. What will it take for military push to succeed? Ukraine has launched an offensive to drive out the Russian army from its land, but success will require much more than just taking back small villages. The area that matters most is the so-called land corridor that connects Russia to illegally annexed Crimea. Ukraine needs to split that in two and hold the ground it retakes. This would cut off Russia's troops in the west and make it hard to resupply their garrison in Crimea. However, the Russians have constructed formidable defensive fortifications, including minefields, concrete tank blockers, bunkers, firing positions, and trenches to stop Ukraine's tanks. Ukraine has yet to commit the bulk of its forces and is currently conducting probing reconnaissance attacks. Ukraine's soldiers are highly motivated and fighting to liberate their own country, while most of Russia's troops do not share that motivation, and in many cases, their training, equipment, and leadership are inferior to Ukraine's. Ukraine has also received high-quality hardware from NATO countries. However, Russia can draw on more resources than Ukraine. President Vladimir Putin knows that if he can wear down the Ukrainians into a stalemate that drags on into next year, there is a chance that the US and other allies will tire of supporting this expensive war effort and start to pressure Kyiv to reach a ceasefire compromise. Furthermore, Ukraine lacks sufficient air support, as it has been pleading with the West to supply it with F-16 fighter jets, which may arrive too late on the battlefield to play a key role in the early phases of this counter-offensive. Ukraine has successfully driven the Russian army out of Kherson by hitting their area logistics hubs to the point where the Russians could no longer resupply their troops in that southern city. Equipped with long-range weapons, such as Britain's Storm Shadow cruise missile, Ukraine will attempt to do the same now. It may yet be weeks or even months before we get a clearer picture of who is likely to ultimately prevail in this war.